Hey everyone, welcome back to A Successful Journey. And today we're going to be doing training call number 3. So today is going to be talking all about bookings and why bookings is so important and why you want to have a full calendar. So really, whether you are a consultant, whether you are a team coordinator, or you are at the top of the sales, the career plan, one thing is never going to change. And that is we are always booking parties, adding new team members, and building leaders. So that's going to really stay consistent through any different level that you're at with this business. And so I really like that because consistency is key in our business. And if you are consistent on all three of those things, you will have a very, very, very successful organization and you are going to go far with this company and Norwex will praise you. So really, what's the importance of keeping a full calendar and why do you want to do it? So the first thing that I always think is that bookings are really the heartbeat of our business because without bookings, we don't have a business. And I think that bookings are so crucial to our business and our personal business is always our number one. No matter where we are, your personal business is always going to be your number one thing to focus on. And if your calendar falls apart, that's what you want to focus on immediately. You want to get that calendar back up and running and you start making calls, do whatever you need to do to get your personal business back going. So bookings, and also you guys, bookings is a skill set. So booking parties at other parties is a skill set and it's a learned skill set. So if you're not feeling super confident in it right now, I'm telling you, you can learn it and then you can get confident and then you can nail it and then you know that you're going to be getting bookings at every single party. So I think that's really, really awesome to just know all that good stuff. So for me, I'm just going to go over a couple of the booking seeds that I use at my different parties. So you can start incorporating these into your parties a little bit. So for me, for a full calendar for me, there's a magic equation I've found with Norwex, and that's the 10-8-2. So when you book 10 parties, you hold 8 parties, and you add 2 new team members, your organization is really going to explode. And I always heard of this when I first started Norwex, and I was kind of like, whatever, I don't really believe that, like I don't need to do that. And when I first started Norwex, I was doing 3 or 4 parties a month, and it was really hard for me to build a team because I was so focused on getting parties. And when I switched it to doing, booking 10 parties and holding 8, I was so surprised at how the bookings just came and how full my calendar stayed. So for me, it was actually easier to have a fuller party calendar than it was to do those 3 or 4 parties because I was always, scared that I wasn't going to get a booking. So if you're sitting there thinking, well, I do 3 or 4 parties and I don't know if I could do, 8 parties, try just doing 6 parties. See if that works for you. See if that fits for you and your family. And talk to your significant other, your spouse, about if that is an option. And just see if it works. And just the worst thing that can happen is that, you're making an extra $400 that month and you're like, it's too much. And then you tail it back. So, but if you don't try, you never know. So I would really, really encourage you to think about how many parties that you can do. And if you can get up to that 8 to 10 parties a month, and just give it a whirl and see if it fits for you in your life, then do that. Because I think you'll be very surprised on how much easier it is to maintain a fuller calendar. So, all right, so back to the booking seeds. So I do a couple of booking seeds, and what booking seeds are, they are little nuggets that you're going to drop throughout your presentation. So that person and those guests that you're sitting in front of, they're starting to think about, oh, maybe I should have a party. Oh, maybe I should share these with my friends. So always in the beginning, I just share a little bit about how I got started, and I don't go into a super ton of depth about it. I just tell people that I had the opportunity to move to North Carolina and be able to launch a whole new state that's never heard of what Norwex is, and it's just been really fun to connect with so many different people. Then what I do is I go through a lot of the starter pack, right? We always talk about the starter pack, which is the Safe Haven package in the catalog. And the cleaning paste is one of the products that I talk about towards the end. And after the cleaning paste, I know that people are excited. I've got they're connecting with me. Their arms, if they start like this, sitting with their arms crossed, they're relaxed and they're excited to be talking about these products, and I can see that they get it. So once I know that, that's when I do my first booking talk. So my first booking talk, what I do is I tell everybody, if you guys are anything like me and you want everything that I've been talking about, you really should have a party. On average, a hostess gets between $200 and $400 worth of free products, but more importantly, who do you know? Who do you know that needs to get the chemicals out of their house and get the Norwex cleaning supplies, the green cleaning supplies that actually work into their life? So what I want you to be thinking about as I walk through the last couple of items is who you know that you could share these products with, and who do you know that would love to hear about this? And that's it. So again, you can use my booking talk. Feel free to use anything. But one thing is you really want to make it authentic to you so it feels natural when you're talking about it. And when I first started, you guys, I'm telling you, I had note cards and I had little things to remind me to do all these the booking talks, because it's not natural at first. And once you say it and you say it over and over and over, then it gets a lot natural. So that's really important. And then also at the end of the presentation, I just let everybody know, if you're interested in having a party, I'm going to be giving you 3 of my favorite items to take home with. And those 3 items that I give them is the life-changing gift. So I'm going to give them a sample of the EnviroCloth and a sample of the window cloth and a sample of the body pack, because I know when they use those 3 different items, they are going to love them and they are going to share them with all their friends, and they're going to be cleaning their whole house with just those 3 samples. So, and I've seen it happen time and time again. So if you're not doing that, I would highly encourage that you guys are giving away those samples. Now, what I think is one of the most key parts of booking parties is that you need to ask every single person at checkout if they are interested in having a party. And I know it sounds like a lot, but I'm telling you, it'll change your business. In the beginning, like I told you guys, I was so scared of rejection. I was so scared to ask somebody if they wanted to have a party for me, because they thought they were saying, no, Jen, I don't like you, right? So it really took a lot for me to realize that they're just saying, no, just right now is not a good time. So now when I hear a no, it just rolls off my back, and it doesn't even faze me at all that they said no, because I know I have to hear 10 no's to hear 1 yes. So if you're having a hard time hearing no, I totally understand. I totally get it, because I was there and I went through it. But I'm telling you right now, just remember that you need to hear 10 no's to hear 1 yes. All right. So, and those no's, let it roll off your back. Do not let them junk up your mindset at all with this, because if it does, you will struggle with that. So just get in the mindset. I have to hear 10 no's to hear 1 yes. Okay. All right. So when you're sitting at the checkout with somebody, you want to ask every single person if they want to have a party, because that is going to be key. And prejudging is so easy to do in our business, but I'm telling you right now, do not prejudge, because you just never know somebody's situation. You don't know if they are looking forward to sharing these products with their friends and their family because of some kids' allergies, or maybe somebody, a spouse lost their job and they want to get some free stuff that way because they can't afford it, or whatever it is. Just do not prejudge that person. So make sure to ask everybody if they want to have a party. All right, when they say, maybe I want to do a party, okay, that's going to be your key, that you're going to want to do a little coaching with them to try to get a date down. And getting a date down the night of the party is also going to be crucial to your business, because if they say, oh yeah, maybe I think that'll be fun, let me look at my calendar and I'll get back to you, that's the kiss of death, and they will not get back to you. All right. So I'm just telling you that from personal experience. I've had to learn the hard way. So when they say that, you can say, oh, you know what? I totally understand that you're crazy busy, but you know what? We could just pencil in a date. You're not locked in stone, but that way you can take home some of the free stuff. And then if it works, we can do it. And if we have to change it, we can change it. And a lot of times when people hear free, they perk up and they say, oh, okay, that makes sense. So what I do is I get my calendar. I always have my calendar sitting out, and I always ask, okay, is a weekend or weekday best for you? And then they answer. So you're asking open-ended questions, and you're leading them to be able to pick one of the dates. All right. So how it works is that you say, would you like to do a weekend or a weekday? And then they're going to say, okay, a weekday. All right, great. Is the beginning of the week better or the end of the week better? The beginning of the week is better because blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Well, I've got Monday the blah, 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 or I've got Tuesday the blah, 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 or I've got Wednesday the blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, I've got, and then they'll narrow it down and then they're actually going to pick a date. And then you say, great, you know what? Here's my pencil. I'm just going to pencil it in. Like I said, if we need to change it, we can. But now, just if that date works, just let me know. And I'm super excited. So that's kind of how you get them to put in the dates at the party, all right? So like I said, you guys, that's very, very key. And again, practice that out loud. Practice it if you have practice it with your husband, with your kids, with whoever. But you really want to practice that verbiage to get it down. All right, so if you don't have any parties and you're like, what do I do to get up and running? I want you to do a couple of things. So you can do a relaunch party. So invite everybody over. We've got some new products that just came out in January, and really give people incentives to be able to get people or get parties booked. All right. So relaunch parties are a huge success. I know that a lot of bookings come from that. And again, it just takes one party to get you back up and running. So if that party is at your house, go for it. Also, reach out to past customers who maybe wanted to do a party but they couldn't, and so now reach back out to them and see if they're ready to reschedule. I've done where I've given out free mops before. I've done customer calls and say, hey, I'm doing this crazy incentive. If you want to earn a free mop, you can have a party this month, and I'll give you a free mop for having 5 people there and one person book a party. So really, whatever that incentive is, you can do that to be able to get your parties up and running. So customer care calls is going to be key too. So the 222. So 2 days after the party, call them and just say thank you for having me over. I'm so excited for you to use these products, and it was really great to meet you. 2 weeks after they get their product, you're calling to say, hey, I'm just calling to see if you have any questions. And then 2 months after they have their products, because then they're using it, they're excited, they're going to want to book a party, and they're going to want to go. So that customer care, you can do it via text, Facebook message, calling, emailing, whatever is best for you, but really start to incorporate that customer care. All right. Also, if you need to get bookings on your calendar, do a personal booking blitz. Just give yourself 5 minutes a day and just reach out to a couple of people at a time and try to get that calendar filled to where you're comfortable with it. And you'll be, again, very surprised that once you start reaching out to people just to do that customer care and touch base with them, people are going to want to do parties for you also. So your goal is to get 6 parties booked within the next 45 days. And if you already have those 6 parties booked, I want you to focus on that hostess coaching piece of it. And I'm going to put a little video in the comment section so you can watch about the hostess coaching. But once you get parties booked, that hostess coaching piece is key to be able to get people to the party. So I know that you're going to get your calendar stacked, and you guys, this is the most important part. So remember, like I said, having a full calendar, you're leading your team by example, and you are going to put yourself out there. And once you get that full calendar booked, then everything else is going to come into place. So good luck, and I can't wait to see all the fun bookings that you guys are going to get. And schedule a call with me, schedule a call with your upline, and you guys can talk about different ideas to get people rallied, to get people excited, and also to talk about the hostess coaching piece. Good luck.